Let me tell you a story. So, I joined this company at a time, and a few months in, I had a meeting with my boss. And this was, our regular one on one meeting. But somewhere along the conversation, we just sort of entered into gist mode. And he told me about someone who had joined the company before me, a guy who came in with a very, very good CV, impressive CV. Delivered a solid interview. Everyone liked him. They thought he was a superstar. But guess what? Less than a year, the same managers, including my boss, were questioning his brilliance. They were questioning his ability to deliver results. He was said to be underperforming, struggling, not living up to expectations. And it got me thinking. I had also been brought in at this time into the same company with the superstar label. So I was curious and I asked my boss, do you think it's this place? Because we both know that this company is a tough place to work. It is complex, it is political, it is draining. And he nodded and he said, yeah, maybe. But still, the expectation is that he should figure it out and, do the work, deliver the KPIs. But deep down, I knew something he didn't want to admit. The environment wasn't part of the problem. It was most of the problem. You see, people like to say things like, you need more motivation. I need more discipline. You need to try harder. They forget that sometimes it's not easy because nothing dictates performance and progress like environment. Not talent, not willpower, and definitely not try harder, just keep trying harder. No. Some people back in their home country, for example, were labeled average performers. And then they relocate and start work and they suddenly become a superstar. They're celebrated, they're recognized, they're getting awards. What happened? The same way some people were seen as stars back in their country, they get into a new space and they struggle. Your environment can shrink or nurture you. I read in the book Atomic Habits that environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior. Why is it that some people who would just litter the streets in certain part of the world will get into another space and they will keep their waste in their bag until they get to a place where they can trash it? It's the environment. And when I say environment, I want you to know that it extends beyond your physical space. It's not just your home. It's not just your office. It's not just the city or the country that you live in. It is everything that surrounds and shapes your behavior, either consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously. It is made up of what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you absorb on a daily basis. It's a digital space, for example. What's on your social media feed? Who are you following? What are the dominant voices on your timeline? If every scroll exposes you to luxury that you cannot afford, fake success, negative news, you're feeding your brain with distraction and discouragement. You're constantly seeing people complain. You're constantly seeing people criticize, seeing people settle for less. That mindset would quietly, unconsciously become your norm. You cannot have a millionaire mindset in that kind of digital feed that is full of chaos, comparisons, discouragement, and all those things. The second one is your financial surroundings. Environment is also your money culture. Do you have people in your space who normalize debt, impulse spending, living above your means? Are you in spaces where no one talks about saving, no one talks about building wealth, investing? You see, many immigrants step into this I want to spend to impress environment where it's normal to live above their means. They buy designer, they lease flashy cars, they take on unwise debts, just to look like they've arrived. That's an environment they've chosen. Another environment you should consider is the conversations you're telling yourself and conversations that are happening around you. What are your friends talking about? What's the usual gist in your group chat? Are people exchanging business ideas? Are they talking about how to grow, or are they just gossiping? Are they discussing, or are they complaining? They're complaining about the system, the tax, the bills, and all those things. That's another environment you have unconsciously chosen. It is influencing you and your decisions, whether you like it or not. Another one is your inner environment. And this is the voice in your head. What stories are you telling yourself? What messages are you giving yourself? Do you believe you're capable of more, or do you think that you cannot amount to much? Are you crippled with self-doubt? Because you see, sometimes your mindset can be a toxic environment. You can't plant seeds of greatness in a soul that constantly whispers doubt. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. You cannot. So, before you start beating yourself up for not making progress in whatever it is, in your career, in your finances, in your business, in your even personal development, take a pause and ask, what's around me? Audit your inputs. Who are you following? What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you scrolling through? What daily conversations are you having with people? What conversations are you having with yourself? You have to know that you become what you repeatedly consume. Intentionally choose your circle, choose your tribe, join communities where, for example, financial growth is normal. Because, see, you cannot have a millionaire goals and be around broke-minded people. It just doesn't connect, does it? Engage in spaces where people are talking about goals, they're talking about investment, they're talking about legacy, they're talking about things that can build you. So your environment, be it physical, digital, financial, whatever, you have to be aware that it is either growing you or it is choking you. It cannot be neutral. And there is a good news. You can choose a new soil. You can uproot yourself. You can replant yourself. You can restart. It is wisdom. It's not weakness. Yeah, and if you're thinking, you know what, I want to join the finance community. I want to normalize talking about money. I want to normalize talking about, building wealth. I want to learn. I want to make smart financial decisions. Then you should check out our community, wealthquarters.club. I'll leave in the description, the link to this tribe. That's where we talk about all things finances. It's not weird to talk about finances in that community. Look for communities also that would move you forward in that area of life where you want to continue to grow. So, if you're interested in joining Wealth Quarters, I'll see you in the community. If you like this video, you would also like my next video, and I'll see you there.